to a new episode of Fun Facts, Enrich Your Brain. In this video we are going to look a bit closer to different New Year's Eve celebration traditions all over the world. Ghana. In Ghana, Ghanaians celebrate New Year's Eve by going to church, others go to nightclubs, pubs or take to the streets to celebrate. At midnight, fireworks are displayed across various cities of Ghana, especially in Accra and Tema. South Africa. In South Africa, South Africans vote on a top 10 music countdown before 31st of December. When the countdown reaches number 1, the song with the most votes plays on all the country's radio stations. Fireworks are lit all around South Africa. South Africans engage in occasional drinking and braais. Argentina. Citizens in La Plata have a long tradition making giant stalls, mostly made of paper and wood with some fireworks on it, to later on after the midnight burn them down. Brazil. In Brazil, Brazilians typically celebrate New Year's Eve, Portuguese, Ano Novo, at large parties hosted by restaurants and clubs. Local traditions determine who opens a bottle of champagne at midnight. People often wear colors with religious symbolism on New Year's Eve, such as white for good luck, yellow for good energies, happiness and money, red for love. Rituals such as the consumption of grapes, lychees and lentils also take place due to this mixture. The most prominent public celebration in Brazil is a fireworks display on Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro, which is one of the world's largest. Another notable New Year's Eve tradition in São Paulo is the St. Sylvester Road Race, a 15K run through the city's central zone. Held annually since 1925, its route incorporates several major streets and landmarks, including the Viaduto do Chá and Paulista Avenue. Chile. New Year's Eve is celebrated in Chile by the observation of traditional rituals, such as wearing yellow underwear and yellow clothing. It is said to restore vitality to one's life. Chileans who want to travel walk the streets with a suitcase in hand, others hold money in their hand or place coins at their door for good fortune in the new year. Colombia. There are many traditions across the country. Included among these traditions are, a family dinner with special dishes, fireworks, popular music, wearing special or new clothes, eating empanadas and different parties. With each stroke of the clock until midnight, the families eat grapes. In Colombia it is common to use more than one tropical substances. It is past of the culture. Other types of fruits are, melon, sandia, or watermelon and chontaduro. Costa Rica. There are several traditions among Costa Rican families, including eating 12 grapes representing 12 wishes for the new year, and running across the street with luggage to bring new trips and adventures in the upcoming year. Mexico. Mexican sweet bread is baked with a coin or charm hidden in the dough. When the bread is served, the recipient of the slice with the coin or charm is said to be blessed with good luck in the new year. Another tradition is to make a list of all the bad or unhappy events over the past 12 months. Before midnight, this list is thrown into a fire, symbolizing the removal of negative energy from the new year. At the same time, they are expressed for all the good things during the year that is ending so that they will continue in the new year. Uruguay. In the old city of Montevideo, a district where a large number of office buildings are concentrated, employees throw torn daybooks and calendars through the windows, causing a paper rain, which adds to the buckets of water that are thrown from the balconies. In the Mercado del Puerto there is a massive cider fight accompanied by music. United States. The most prominent celebration in the country is the ball drop held at New York City's Times Square, which was inspired by the time balls that were formerly used as a time signal. At 11:59 p.m. ET, an 5,400 kilogram, 3.7 meter diameter ball is lowered down a 21-meter high pole on the roof of One Times Square, reaching the roof of the building 60 seconds later. The event has been held since 1907, and has seen an average attendance of 1 million spectators yearly. Since 2009, the ball itself, which is adorned with Waterford crystal panels and an LED lighting system, has been displayed atop the building year-round. China. In China, although the celebrations of the Lunar New Year are not until a few weeks after the Gregorian New Year, celebrations of the Gregorian New Year are held in some areas, particularly in major cities. For example, celebrations with fireworks and rock concerts have taken place in Beijing's Salona Blue Harbor Shopping Park, while cultural shows and other events are held at the city's Millennium Monument, Temple of Heaven, Great Wall of China, Olympic Green, and the Summer Palace. Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, many gather in shopping districts like Central, Causeway Bay, and Tsim Sha Tsui. Beginning in 2008, a 60-second numerical countdown to New Year's, consisting of LED lights and pyrotechnic display effects, on the facade of Two International Finance Center was launched, followed by a fireworks display, alongside an exhibition of the Symphony of Lights. Japan. In Japan, New Year's Eve is used to prepare for and welcome Tashigami, the New Year's god. Japanese clean their homes and prepare Kaido-matsu or Shimenawa to welcome the god before New Year's Eve. Buddhist temples ring their bells 108 times at midnight in the traditional Join no Kane. The rings represent the 108 elements of Bano, mental states that lead Japanese to take unwholesome actions. Taiwan. The most prominent New Year's event in Taiwan is a major fireworks show launched from the Taipei 101 skyscraper in Taipei. In 2018, the show was enhanced by the installation of a new LED display system on the north face of the tower between its 35th and 90th floors, which can be used to display digital animation effects. This change countered a reduction in the number of firework shells launched during the show, as part of an effort to produce less pollution. Austria. In Austria, New Year's Eve is usually celebrated with friends and family. At exactly midnight, all radio and television programs operated by ORF broadcast the sound of the Pommern, the bell of St. Stephen's Cathedral in Vienna, followed by the Donauwalzer, the Blue Danube, by Johann Strauss II. Many Austrians dance to this at parties or in the street. Large crowds gather in the streets of Vienna, where the municipal government organizes a series of stages where bands and orchestras play. Fireworks are set off by both municipal governments and individuals. Belgium. On 1st of January, children read their New Year's letter and give holiday greeting cards of decorated paper featuring golden cherubs and angels, colored roses and ribbon-tied garlands to parents and godparents, on decorated paper. Belgian farmers also wish their animals a Happy New Year. Denmark. Danes in Denmark may go to parties or entertain guests at home. There is a special evening meal that concludes with tower cake, a special dessert, along with champagne. Other traditional dishes are boiled cod, stewed kale and cured saddle of pork. However, expensive cuts of beef as well as sushi have become increasingly popular. Estonia. Some believe that Estonians should eat 7, 9, or 12 times on New Year's Eve. These are lucky numbers in Estonia. It is believed that for each meal consumed, the person gains the strength of that many men the following year. Meals should not be completely finished. Some food should be left for ancestors and spirits who visit the house on New Year's Eve. Finland. A Finnish tradition is milibdomancy, to tell the fortunes of the new year by melting tin in a tiny pan on the stove and throwing it quickly in a bucket of cold water. The resulting blob of metal is analyzed, for example by interpreting shadows it casts by candlelight. These predictions are however never taken seriously. Russia. The most prominent public celebration of the New Year is held at Moscow's Red Square under the Kremlin clock, whose chimes at midnight are traditionally followed by the playing of the Russian national anthem, and a fireworks display. Spain. The actual countdown is primarily followed from the clock on top of the Royal House of the Post Office in Puerta del Sol Square in Madrid. It is a tradition to eat 12 grapes, one on each chime of the clock. This tradition has its origins in 1909 when grape growers in Alicante thought of it as a way to cut down on the large production surplus they had had that year. Nowadays, the tradition is followed by almost every Spaniard, and the 12 grapes have become synonymous with the new year. England. The most prominent New Year's Eve celebration in England is that of central London, where the arrival of midnight is greeted with the chimes of Big Ben. In recent years, a major fireworks display has also been held, with fireworks launched from the nearby London Eye Ferris wheel.